Okay, so here's what you do. When you get this equation, right? Okay, you do this. X's go with X's, and Y's go with Y's. The number goes to the other side. Let's look again. X's go with X's, and Y's go with Y's. This number goes to the other side. We always do it this way. Okay, so look, let me ask you this. Look, here's the X neighborhood, right? Who's going to join them in the neighborhood? Okay, we sure did. We made room right there. There's room for them on my board. I don't know about your paper, but on my board, we got room for them. Who's going to join them? Okay, that's called completing the square, or who's in the hood. That's how you learn this. You see, oh my gosh, all these lessons are coming into play that you've learned throughout the year. So, can you tell me who's going to join them there? It's the number. -4 is wrong, sorry. Okay, now you got it.
It's 8.
8 is wrong, sorry. 16 is right, you got it, it's 16. So 16 is going to join them in the neighborhood, okay? That's what you're going to see now. Okay, they're at 16. All right, now, I know that's okay. Now, let me explain again how you do this. You take the number next to the x. So what's, and you, okay, -8. You divide -8 by 2. So what's -8 divided by 2? -4. You square the -4. What's -4 times -4? 16. That's what you put there. Okay? And you guys were all taught this earlier in the year. Once again, now it's coming into play again. Okay, now you can't just put 16 in there because you got to put it over here also. Otherwise, they're unbalanced, right? Okay, so now we're going to add 16 over to what the other guy over there. Make sense? Okay, now we're with the Y neighborhood. Here's the Y neighborhood, okay? They want somebody else to join them in the Y neighborhood. Who's going to join them? 4. Very good. Now you understand. Oh, it's 4. 4 is going to join them. There's 4. But then 4 is going to join on the other side also, right? So here's 4 joining on the other side, like that. Okay? Okay, now let's go to this. Now look at the first neighborhood. Factor the first neighborhood. You see, draw a line there. So it's going to be what? X minus 4. Very good. X minus 4 squared. Right. That's an easy factor. X minus 4 squared. And you forgot the trick. One of the things you can do is take that -8 there and just divide it by 2 and it just slides in there. You got the answer. So X minus 4 squared. Okay. And then plus, right? Plus, okay, now let's factor this one, right? So what does it become? Y plus 2 squared. Y plus 2 squared. Okay, now add all these guys together. Okay, what do you get? And you get 9. Here we go. Equals 9. There you go. All right. Okay, now let me ask you something. Does that look like this over here? Well, it's no lot. It says it looks the same. It's the same thing. You got it. Okay?
What about the R squared?
Well, that's what we're talking about next, okay? Okay, all right, so that's the first part. Now, this goes back to what you did in geometry, okay? So now what you're going to do is tell me these things. What's the radius and what's the center of that equation? Okay, now look, the radius is easy, right? If 9 equals r squared, how much is r? R is 3. Look at it. I'm going to put that on the board. R equals 3. Look at it. Plain as can be. That's the radius. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. Here's x minus 4, right? Okay, so now we got to figure out the center. So what's the x coordinate? 4 is right. It's always the opposite to get out. 4. And what's the y coordinate? -2. That's what you're going to see up here. Here's, oopsies, I didn't want to do that. Hit the wrong thing. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that's what you're going to see here, right? So there's 4, -2, right there, with the center. Okay? All right, now we're going to graph it, right? So you go to the center, right? To 4, -2, and put a point on the graph. So here we go. 4, -2. There's my point. And that's the C for center, right? Okay, now we're gonna do the radius, right? So the radius is 3, so I'm gonna go up 3. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna go left. All right, let's go do that. That's what you're gonna see on the board, right? I'm gonna go up 3, down 3, right 3, left 3. And then all you gotta do is just go and connect those points together, right? Go curly Q them together, right? Here we go. And there's your circle, you got it. And that problem's over. Okay, so it's the same thing, right? Okay, so here we go. X's go with X's, and Y's go with Y's. The number goes to the other side. Okay, so that's what you're gonna write down. X's with X's, Y's with Y's, the number goes to the other side. Okay, now when you're writing all this down, tell me about the X. Is the X all by himself in the neighborhood? Yeah, he sure is. He's a loner, right? So we got a loner there. Nobody's going to join him in that neighborhood. Okay, on the other hand, we got the y's, right? We got 4y squared and 4y, right? Okay, oh wait, we got a problem there. We can't complete the square yet because what do we have to get out of the neighborhood? The 4, right? That's what you guys were taught. It's like you cannot do complete the square unless the y squared is by itself. It's got the 4 hanging on to it. So we got to take the 4 out of the neighborhood. So that's what you're going to see next. You're going to see me. Now we're talking about all that, right? And here we're going to take the 4 out of the neighborhood like that, right? Okay, so there we go. So the 4 is factored out of the neighborhood next. Okay, now tell me this. Can you complete the square now? Yeah, you sure can. Right. Okay, so what's the number next to the y? A 1. Okay, so we got a 1 next to that, right? Look at there, there's the 1. All right, so what do? You take 1 divided by 2 and then square it. What do you get? Yeah, but don't do the decimal. What's it going to be? Say again? 1/4. It's going to be 1/4. You got it. Exactly. It'll be 1/4. So here we go. We got plus 1/4. There it is. Okay, now here comes the other trick now. See if you remember this. Okay, it's plus 1/4 in here, but now who's going to join the 15? Not 4. 1 is right. Okay, so 1 is right. Okay, do you remember why it's 1? Okay, right. Because what you learn is this. Okay, when you get this guy and take him out of the neighborhood, you got to take him past the gatekeeper. Remember? So you're going to take the 1/4 and multiply it by the 4, which gives you a 1. Okay, remember that? Once again, it's all stuff you were taught this year. So there's the 1. Okay. Oops, come on, 1. Come on, 1. Come on. I'm talking about the gatekeeper. Come on, guys. There you go, 1. Okay. Okay, now let me ask you this: can you factor the x neighborhood? Can you factor the x neighborhood? No, you can't. It's all by himself. Remember, he's a loner. Okay, so there's the x neighborhood. Can you factor the y neighborhood? Yes. So it's going to be y plus what? 1/2. Right. Remember, well, the trick is just take that 1 divided by 2. It's 1/2. Y plus 1/2. That's what you're going to see. There you go. Okay. And then that's going to equal, right? Okay. How much is that going to equal? 16 is right. Okay, so we got that. I'll write that down. Okay, now let me ask you something. Does this thing here look like this right here? No, it does not. Okay, because it doesn't look the same, right? Because we got stuff hanging outside the parentheses, right? So then what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to divide this by what number? By 4, exactly. Now you're going to divide it all by 4. Okay, so here you are, dividing everything by 4. Okay, and the 4s are going to cancel, yes. So here we go, they're canceling here. There they are canceling, we get x squared. They're canceling there, they're going to get y plus 1/2 squared, okay? And now 16 divided by 4 is how much? It's 4. Okay, there we go. All right, so now, oops, now does it look like this right here? Yes or no? You sure? Yeah, it does. It looks the same. It's the same thing, right? Okay, it's the same thing. Now, here's the thing. You might be saying, well, wait, there's something there. Oh, no kidding, there's something here. Is that what? Oh, no, it's not 1. It's a 0, right? It's a 0. Right, since there's nothing here, right? It's a 0. Makes sense? Okay, but what's it going to be here? Negative a half. So the center's at 0, comma, negative a half is right. There you go. Got it. Okay. Okay, now what's the radius going to be? And the radius is going to be 2. See, the square root of 4 is 2, so you're going to let the radius is 2. There you go. You got it. Okay, now we're going to draw the circle. So the center's at 0, negative a half, right? There it is. And then we're going to go up 2, down 2, right 2, left 2, right? And draw the circle. You got the graph.